6, draw scatter plots. And best fitting lines. All right, the first problems want us to tell whether the correlation coefficient for the data is closest to -1, -0.5, 0.5, or 1. So number 8, they give us something that looks like this. Hold on. We're not using a calculator yet. And no, it doesn't matter if some of the dots look larger than others, just the pen. So when determining what the correlation coefficient is, I'm looking at the slope of this line, okay? So if I lay my pencil down, I need something skinnier. If I lay the pencil down between it, what kind of a slope does this kind of look like it has?
Positive slope.
What is that?
What is that?
I have no
Your
idea.
head was
Blood?
pen marking.
I think you killed the pin.
Yeah, I think it's a die pad.
Clearly.
Shush.
So our options are 0, -1 or +1, and -0.5 or +0.5.
Positive 0.5. Positive 0.5.
+0.5. Whoa, that's really large.
So what is
It's the correlation coefficient.
Oh.
All right, I'm just going to do a couple more examples because they don't do a ton of these.
If it makes sense, it makes sense.
That's a thick line.
That's a thick line, yeah.
What number is this? Number 20.
Make up your favorite number.
7. 8.5.
8.
77.
So what?
All right, so out of the options, negative or +1, negative or +0.5, or 0, what kind of slope does this look like it has?
-1.
-1.
Oh, we're guessing. I was like, where'd you get the numbers from?
Those are the options out of the book.
Thank you for reiterating.
How'd your vocab word?
It's a big vocab word.
I'm not good at vocab words. Do the example.
What's this verb of a pessimist?
A pessimist?
I, because they're a -1.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know. Josh Krabs told me that.
That's the 2 squiggly
Sounds
lines
fine.
with a no.
What do you... Oh, it's
What?
an...
What kind of slope does this have?
All of
0.
them. All of them.
0.
Because they're just points. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought
Oh.
math was so fun?
It's a circle.
Chill, Jeannie.
Genie,
That's chill.
chillax.
I'm very chill. I'm
You
very
should,
calm.
you should listen to
Yes,
Jeannie.
you're very
need a
chill and
chill
calm right in my ear.
Jeannie, it's so funny when you cackle. Like,
It's funny when Zach snorts while he laughs.
Snorts? I don't snort.
Yes, you do.
You know who does? Brooke.
He does.
Brooke snorts. She
Uh-huh.
snorts like a pig.
Yeah.
That's like the first.
Number 10.
All right. In exercise 10 through 15, draw a scatter plot for the data. B, approximate the best fitting line. And C, estimate y when x equals 20. So the table, this is where we're going to use our calculators.
I just put it away.
Why would you put it away? I said we're using it today.
You weren't using it.
The x values are 1 through 5.
Have you ever attacked a student? Attacked a student?
Why would I do that?
Christian told me.
She didn't say no.
Christian told me.
She never denied it. Attacked
Will,
Dan.
Charlotte's brother told me how to play video games on my calculator.
Did he really?
Not yet.
Mine came with games because it was
You
points.
can multiply all. Oh, never mind.
How do you even make
Plus
it
nine.
play
You have to
games?
like plug it into the
Plus
computer,
11.
but also the new ones are
Plus
like
12.
They come with games already on them.
Oh, it's.
no.
Which is
It's
what
the,
X.
I think the new ones are locked, so you can't download games
Uh-oh.
and
That's
stuff, right?
Tori needs to charge her.
I have
calculator.
Mario.
I want the Mario.
Tori, how do you
My
charge a
calculator's
calculator?
dumb.
Oh,
That's
there's
a
a
calculator.
But when you charge a calculator, like one of the rechargeable ones, you have to make sure that you turn the calculator off because it automatically turns itself on and it won't charge if it's on. I don't have one that recharges, but that's what I've been told. So just
Tori
Right
has
there.
a charger one. Look, it's right here.
Mine's right here.
Mine's
Mine's.
Wait,
I have one that needs to recharge, but I also don't have the charger.
You have
so.
a cord?
Anyways, okay, what are we doing?
all right. So the first part with the scatter plot, you could do this without your calculator. We're gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it on your calculator also. So basically, we just need to set this up. I would do, well, obviously increments of 1 on the x-axis. On the y-axis, I would do increments of 10 up to 70.
10.
And then you just plot the points.
Oh, this is fun. 110. 222.
5.
I'm so sick. No. Oh, goodness. Did anyone in our class sign up for the fundraiser?
No.
Yeah.
So you did. Good job.
All right. If you're on your brand new calculator, then you need to follow what I'm about to do for the moment. If you're using an upperclassman's, you should check, but they probably already have it turned on.
I'm
The
ready.
tangent of 45 is 1. That's what your mom just told us to test. To
Yes.
see if it's in the right. Alright, tangent.
But that's not
No,
what we're
that's
doing.
a
We're
good
doing
one.
stat stuff, not trig. All right, hit mode.
Mode.
Should bring up all these options. Arrow up, and you should see one that says stat diagnostic right here.
Whoa. Hold up. I don't know where mode is. Diagnostic.
Mode's
I
up
see.
here.
Do I press on?
Wizards?
I want a wizard.
Turn your stat diagnostic on. You have to arrow over to on and hit enter.
Alright, it's
I did
already
that.
on.
If you had a new calculator, it was probably in off mode.
It's
So
already-
you're
What
gonna
is
want
a
that on.
stat wizard?
I don't know.
I want
We
one.
don't use
I
that.
know where we are. I don't know what it is, but I want to turn it on.
Wait, I can
change. Wait, it is already on.
Do you just say enter?
Yeah.
So hit mode,
Oops, I accidentally.
go up until you see stat diagnostics, and then hit enter on the on
And then hit
button.
mode again to get out.
And then hit second and mode, and that quits and gets you out of it.
Oh my goodness.
I know how to put it back.
It's almost like they're made by the same company.
That's why I tell people that get a calculator of a different brand, you're on your own.
Ha!
Sorry, that was me.
Okay. What is, Daniel, do you speak Savannah?
Or even an older version, because it doesn't work the same. All right. Now I'm going to show you how to do this on your calculator. So what you're going to do, you're going to hit the stat button. It's over here under the delete near the arrows. I need to do something first, so just disregard what I'm, well, actually, hold on, I'll show you in a second. Edit, and you should see these list of numbers come up, or yours are probably blank because you've never done anything
Yeah,
before.
mine's blank.
Where's the edit?
Does somebody have Virginia's calculator?
I do.
So you're gonna, there's probably a million numbers in here because they had a stats test.
Oh, I was looking at Ryan's charger because he was mad at me.
So Shepard, go
So
to
I need everyone focusing because I cannot go over this over and over again, and I assure you, you will not know what to do if you don't listen.
Shepard, click stat,
I did.
and then go to number 1 where it says edit, and then hit enter.
Okay, oh.
Boom,
Boom.
shut it off.
I'm there. There's like a trillion. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so everyone look really fast. If yours is empty, you don't need to do this, but I'm going to show you. Hit stat. And then look, go down. It says clear list, option 4. Hit enter. And then hit second stat. So second stat. and it brings up all the names of the list. So we're going to clear L1 and L2, but I have to do them one at a time. So hit enter on L1 and it should show up like this on your calculator. Hit enter again and it'll say done. Then we need to do it again because you need to clear your L2. So second stat, or no, sorry, not stat, clear list. Then second stat brings up the list, L2, and then hit done or hit enter and it'll be done.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right, now does everyone have empty L1s?
I believe
Yes.
All right, so stat, edit. Notice my list is now clear. You're going to type in L1 the numbers in X. So X is L1, Y is going to be L2. They need to go down in order. So 1, and every time you hit a number, you have to hit the enter button. So 2, enter, 3, enter, 4, enter, 5, enter.
I did that.
Oh, I put the wrong one.
Enter. 2.
Okay.
Enter.
Okay.
And what you're going to notice is this little thing down at the bottom says L1 and then it has a parentheses and it says 5. That says that that's in list 1 slot 5.
Oh.
Mine says 6.
That's because you're down here now. After you've entered, I aired back up so you could see. So that's the way to check because you want to make sure you have the same amount of numbers in each list. Not as big of a deal on this problem, but when we get down to problem 20 and there's a lot of numbers, you're going to want to make sure that you have the right amount of numbers and you didn't miss one because otherwise your whole answer is wrong. All right, arrow to the right. We're now in L2. We're putting the Y values in order.
10.
So
Enter.
So what does the L stand for?
list.
List. Oh. What does that stand for? Lion and great monster aromas. Let's get the enough. Let's keep going.
Ryan, do you think Coach is going to make this wrong a lot tonight when the senior boys are competing? They aren't. They're not here. They're not even at the school.
I know, not here. But why?
I don't know. They're going to some Liberty thing with Joey's dad.
Oh,
All right, are all of these in?
Yes.
All right, hit second and then the mode button, which is second quit. So if I ever say second quit, that's what I'm asking you to hit.
I hit second mode and my screen went
Yeah.
Yes, that's what's supposed to happen.
Oh, okay.
This
I
is
saw
just what
something
was on
different.
my screen
Okay.
from earlier.
I saw something different, so
Your screen should now look like this.
Oh, I did that.
Okay.
got me worried.
First and foremost, hit Y equals. I want to make sure that this is clear. If you have anything in any of these, hit the clear button. So if I had 2x plus 1, I want you to clear that. Just hit clear and it's gone.
And you just press second.
Everyone's Y equals are clear.
Yes.
Whenever you want to get out of something, you just press second quit and it gives you that. Okay.
Second quit.
So now if that's clear, second quit. This is backing really fast. All right, now we're going to do the stat plot. So you're going to hit second Y equals, which if you notice written in tiny little words above it says stat plot.
F1.
Now, again, if you have an upperclassman, this probably is already on. Only one of these should say on. If more than one of these says on, then we need to turn them off.
How do I?
Do you want the first one on?
There should only be one on.
I have two.
The fifth one just says plots on.
Yeah, I have that one.
That means turn them all on. Number 4 means turn them all off. So you're just looking at 1 through 3.
So how do I turn
None
them
of mine
on?
say on.
All right, well, hold on. So now on stat plot 1, hit enter.
Enter.
And now it should look like this. Okay? The first thing is off or on. So on the on button, click enter. Now it's on. Now look, we're going down here and there's all different options for different types of graphs that you'll ultimately use in stats. We want the one that looks like random dots on the graph. So which one do you think that is?
The scatter plot.
Which
I feel
one's
like
the scatter plot?
The one with
The one you're
dots.
on right now.
The first one, the one on my screen that's blinking.
I feel like the graph.
Oh, I clicked it.
Ooh, I can pick the
Am I
color.
supposed to click it?
Yes, if you have a new calculator, you get to choose the color.
I feel like
Not gonna lie, I've been tempted to buy a new calculator for that reason.
I feel like my great grandpa
Mine's
was
not
working
purple.
explaining how to Facebook books.
Mine's not.
Alright, now down here, it should have automatically come up as L1 and L2 for X list and Y list. Did that happen?
Yeah.
So yours looks exactly like mine at the moment.
Yes.
Alright, now, I would recommend down here under the option that says mark that you either choose this one that looks like a giant dot or the one that kind of looks like a plus sign. This little tiny dot over here is really hard to see when you actually graph it, and you're going to probably not like that. So I would recommend you choose one of those other options, but I can't
the
stop
mark?
you at your calculator. That's just like a preference. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I know it's like a. I don't know. It's like
This is like your preview for stats class.
It's like something I've never done before.
All right. Does everyone have this? Everyone's looks like mine? Or close
Fine,
enough?
use neon.
Okay. All right. Now hit zoom. So that's up here in the middle, top middle. If you arrow down, you see all these different options.
Z.
Normally when we graph stuff, we use number 6, which is zoom standard. So that's if we're just graphing a normal function like a line, a parabola, square root function, whatever. But if you keep going down, number 9 says zoom stat. Okay? If you don't hit zoom stat, it won't come up and look right. Okay? So when you get to number 9, you can either hit the number 9 on your calculator and it'll automatically do it, or you can hit enter once you've arrowed down to 9.
my
Doesn't matter. Hit
They're
that.
like 30
Oh.
steps.
Oh my gosh.
And there's your scatter plot that looks very similar to what's on my paper.
Hey, that looks like my paper too.
It does not look like my paper.
Paper's on.
It looks like my paper aside from the labels, right?
Good. 'Cause mine-
Yeah.
All right, so good. We've graphed our first scatter plot. We're not done yet.
We spent 15 minutes on one part of one problem.
That was part A.
Oh,
But that was part A?
Yes.
How many letters are there?
So what's the second part?
Part B and part C. Part B says approximate the best fitting line. This is where I said you can't do this without your calculator.
So what's the best fitting? Oh, never mind. You're about to tell us.
Walk in.
All right, second quit and get out of this.
Second quit.
How do you go back?
Second
What do you mean, how do you go back?
Like, if you accidentally second quit, can you go back?
clear.
Hit the graph button
Oh yeah, it did work. Thank you.
anytime. All right, now what we're going to do
So
is you're going to hit stat again. Put it back up here so we can see.
Where's that?
Stat.
Right there.
Same place we
Stat.
did earlier.
There's a lot of buttons.
All right, now notice there's other options up here. It says calc and one says test. We want the calc one.
Ooh,
How do I get?
you gotta move the arrow.
Stat, arrow to the right.
Just go.
Oh!
That works.
All right. The next thing I want is len reg, okay? Down here. What does this ax plus b look like?
A Y line.
Direct variation.
No.
Because it has B, Ryan.
Has a plus b.
It looks
So it's
like
just ax.
Oh.
Well,
But it
oh,
looks like
poles.
an equation of a line, right? Hence, len reg. Linear regression equation is what that stands for.
Line.
Is A the M?
Yes.
Okay. Why
You
don't
just
they like
can't
it?
put M because
I don't know.
Because ma.
All right. So what you're gonna hit? You're gonna hit enter on number 4.
Can we hit 4? Oh yeah, it still is.
Now notice mine is wrong. Yours hopefully came up with your X list being L1 and your Y list being L2, but for some reason mine has L2 for both. So I need to hit second stat, which brings up my list. I need L1 for my X list, and so now I have L1 and L2. Does everyone have L1 and L2?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Frequency list gets nothing. Store reg EQ. That means I'm going to store the regression equation somewhere because I want to be able to go back to it, and I also want it to graph on my stat plot so that I can see where that line goes through all my points. Okay, again, not as big of a deal with this problem, but as we go on, you're going to want it. So you're going to hit alpha. So mine's green. I don't know if everyone's is green, but alpha y equals. Nope, I lied.
Oh,
Not that one.
no.
Oh,
It's
pressed
too
it.
late.
I'm scared. I already did it. How do I go back?
It's fine. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Alpha trace. That's what it is.
How do I get back?
Just hit alpha again and just hit the trace button. It doesn't matter.
It did
All right,
not
look.
work.
Alpha trace. I don't use this one a lot, so I have to remove.
Where's Trace?
Up here.
Oh,
Fourth button over.
Okay, it's not working. I'm
Hit
clicking alpha.
alpha. You have to hit alpha one time and then hit trace. So it's alpha F4 is really what it is, but I say alpha trace because it's the button you're hitting.
There's trace. It's still not.
No, it doesn't.
It brought it up. It's right there.
Never mind.
All right, so I have all these different y equals options. I'm going to use y1. It's already highlighted. Hit enter. And now it should look like this.
That's what mine looks like.
Okay. I thought I was doing
Does everyone's look like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now hit calculate and watch the magic happen.
Well, it gave
I don't
me
know what that
a-
means.
Oh, wow.
Y equals X must be that's direct variation. No, it isn't.
Hey, I have a
No, it
question.
isn't. It's a slope.
Yeah, I thought calculator was supposed to be used for numbers, not
Work
for-
with pages that
Make that
volleyball
easier,
needs
too.
yet or no?
I do, but you should have to have a class to do them.
Okay.
Because that's what we're doing in class today.
Okay. Alright, because I already did the book work. So
Yeah, then you should have plenty of time to finish it. It's just one worksheet. It's
Oh,
like 15 questions. It's not long.
Mine,
Um,
you can program and stuff, but it takes so long to type all the letters.
All right, notice it says y equals ax plus b. They tell you a, they tell you b. So when I go to write my equation of the line, I write y equals 13.1 x minus 3.7, and that is my equation of my line.
Wow. That's if we were to draw a line through those dots. That's what the equation.
That would be the equation for that line.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah, that was a lot.
But
Once
what
you know
if-
how to do it, it goes super fast.
What
I
if-
can do it in like 30 seconds.
What if the line has no?
What part of my life?
Like, what if it's just like points?
Like points all over the place, it'll make a line that fits that, but it's going to have a zero slope or very close to a zero slope.
And if we have like a parabola, will it still show us the square or whatever? Isn't it? Isn't it a parabola?
This is only going to give you an equation of a line.
Okay, I'm gonna die at like 30 years.
All right, notice this other thing on here that says r equals 0.99967, right? You see that?
Yes.
That was why we turned the stat diagnostic on. This is your correlation coefficient.
Now if you hit graph, it puts a line through it.
Yes, we'll get there in a minute. But this correlation coefficient tells us that it's a very strong correlation. Okay?
What's that? It means strong.
Like all the dots are like lined up together.
Oh, okay.
You don't really have to have that for the sake of this class, I don't think. But if you go on in stats, you'll need that.
I'll look.
Okay, I'm
That
lost.
sounds way too difficult.
Anyways, now hit the graph button again. You don't need to hit anything else. Just hit graph.
Whoa!
And notice
Oh
this equation of our line has connected our dots.
Wow. Man, that's way too big.
It's like an etch a sketch.
Yes.
What's that edges?
But just very, very smart.
Zach, back in my day.
So you don't have to draw the line on your graph, but that is the line that it would be if you were to do it.
Are you talking about the two knobs right there, up and down? I would draw so many cool things.
No, you wouldn't.
All right, part C wants us to estimate y when x equals 20.
Oh, this is easy.
So
Oh, yeah, this is
y
so
equals what when x equals 20? So I take this equation, 13.1 times 20 minus 3.7. And literally just type it in.
20 times 13. The answer to the question is 258.3.
That's what I got.
Oh, there's no equal sign. It's enter. I'm bumming.
Enter is equal,
Alright,
yes.
I was looking for the equal sign because I'm used to the old calculator.
I'm so calculating.
They come to the old calculator.
See, Daniel, this is an available.
We used to
college.
No, I have 2 brothers. Oh, okay.
All right.
Forgot
You're
that.
not the.
So, can I ask a small question? Does the recording really do anything if half of the time the recording wasn't recording what you were doing on the calculator?
Well, that's why I verbally say what I'm doing. But I have done it before where I've like picked it up and I've switched it to the camera and you can like see what's happening, but that's just a lot. So
Yeah.
Man, may you put this on Google Classroom?
it will be on YouTube.
Can we do it
Okay.
again? Another one.
Yes, we are gonna do. We're doing 2 more.
Are we having homework tonight? 'Cause
She's like.
I think tomorrow's just gonna be a work day.
Dang.
How many subscribers
We'll see when we
do you have?
finish.
21.
I don't know.
7.
Can you do?
She has 7,000 subscribers.
Get a little.
All right, X is 5.6, 6.2, 7, 7.3, 8.4. Y is 120, 130, 141, 156, and 167.
Why are they such big numbers?
Because that makes the line bigger.
So notice these aren't like even increments apart anymore, like they were in the one before.
That'd be a weak correlation. Stop. Oh, we're doing this again.
Yes.
All right,
I don't know.
I'm ready.
put it in the list. How do I get to my list?
I don't know.
So
Go to
second
Press
mode.
that.
Oh shoot! It's not
Is
second
that
mode.
just quit?
Second
Second stat.
stat
Clear
list
list.
2
Get the clear list, right?
You don't need to clear it. You
list
can just type
2,
over top of it.
y equal. Oh.
Just stat,
Hold up.
not second stat. Just
That
stat.
led me astray.
Then press edit.
Edit. Okay, now look. Make sure you're on L1. All I have to do is type over top of it. 5.6. Enter, and it overwrote the number 1 that was there.
5.6.
Oh my gosh.
6.2.
Enter.
Can someone read out the numbers? I don't work. 7.8.
4. Enter.
Now once you do it, arrow over.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm not.
And it's always a good thing to kind of look back over your numbers, make sure you typed them in correctly, especially to make sure you got your decimal. Also, this is just a super random side note really fast that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing right now. But notice on your calculator that over here I have a minus sign in gray on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Okay. Down here, this little thing that still looks like a minus sign is your negative. If you need to do a negative number, you have to use this one down here or it's going to have a syntax error.
What is syntax?
That's what I was doing on the
She's gonna say something's wrong.
It's an unholy taking of money by the government.
Put some subtraction
want
line in
a
the
new-
wheel.
I keep forgetting that that clock is wrong.
It's wrong. I've been looking
It died
at it.
apparently at some point yesterday, like right before the end of the day, I guess, or at like 3 a.m. I'm unsure.
My uncle had a clock that was like that, but for like 3 o'clock, it said pi minus 0.14. And like it had a bunch of like weird numbers. It's like it's
What?
3.00.
So pi minus 2.
No.
All right. Everyone got their numbers in?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm just going to walk us through it again. We wouldn't have to do this again because we've already done it, but second y equals brings up our stat plot.
Can I change?
Enter on stat plot 1.
If we do it on plot 2, will it put
If you-
both lines together?
Ow.
It's going to freak out if you put both on there. It's not going to work.
It's gonna be like
I don't know why there's 3 separate plots, to be completely honest, because you don't ever use them at the same time. But
And then
anyways.
I can change the color to be black.
All right, make sure it's on. Make sure you've chosen the scatter plot, which is the first option. Make sure you've got L1 and L2.
Orange?
Choose your mark, choose your color, whatever. Now, when I hit zoom, which option am I looking for?
you're looking
Zoom
for
Z.
Zoom.
Number 9.
Zoom.
Zoom 9, which is zoom stat. Now,
Wait, where'd you get
Oh.
Ooh.
No
Oh my
bueno.
goodness.
There's something wiggling in the corner.
Whoa!
I mean, you
It
cut
did
it.
something weird.
My calculator's almost dead.
So that line is your previous line that you had.
Wait a minute.
How do I get rid of it?
So hit y equals.
Why?
Now notice,
Hang on.
my equation of my line from before is still there, so I need to clear that out so it's out of the way. Just hit clear. The delete button will delete one number at a time. Clear will delete the whole row.
Okay.
Hit graph again, and now it should be gone.
Oh, it is. Mine looks like the David Star.
Stop.
Dang, it looks like
So-
David Stars in the sky.
Whenever I give you something like this, okay, if I ask you to do it with your calculator, okay, or if I've given you the option to do it with your calculator, all you need to do is make this look like your screen, okay? So, notice, I didn't even label it. I just made it look like my calculator screen.
How's that?
Oh, damn, you're right. I did
It's
do
just
that.
like- it's just like
It's supposed to be
20.
130, not 30.
Bro, I'm so
Oh, that's horrible.
Then
How
now
about,
like
like,
my thing gonna work out.
Daniel, it worked now.
That'll go.
Okay.
All right, so when we find this line, because I already heard the question of how is this going to make a line? They're not in a perfect line. Okay, it's called a best fit line, meaning if we took this data and I made a line out of it, okay, then it's saying like what is that line going to be if I like approximate it through the points that I'm given.
It's gonna be squiggly.
Okay, so what you're going to notice is all the points aren't going to go through the line this time. So we're going to go calculate it. We hit stat, calc, arrow to the right. What option am I looking for?
Number 8.
Linreg number 4.
Wait, what?
No, that's apples, but
So another good point. There is another linreg farther down that's a plus bx.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
Zach.
So
They both are going to give you the same thing, but in a different order. So you've got to pay attention. I will only ever use ax plus b.
4. Alright, I'm back to the way.
So number 4.
Number 4. List 1, list 2.
L1's already there. L2's already there. Frequency list gets nothing. Store reg EQ.
It's alphas.
Alpha trace.
Alpha, Omega.
Hit enter for Y1. Now it's going to store that equation there for me.
Calculate.
Hit calculate.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
strong.
It is strong. What
I
strong?
thought it was gonna be a weak one.
What makes it strong?
Okay, look.
Basically, the tighter the points are to the line, the stronger it's going to be.
Okay. Because it makes a real line.
It's getting a little bit easier.
Why?
So
Aren't you worried?
y equals 17.4, and I just do one decimal place times x plus 22.8.
Now we have to solve for y. Graph.
Hit graph. It'll automatically do it.
Oh my goodness.
So notice
Squiggly.
the line pretty much goes through the first 2 points, but then every point after that, it's actually off. Okay? It's just kind of approximating. If I were to be able to smush all that data together, that's the approximation for that line. So then part C,
Stop.
we're going to plug it in. Y equals 17.4 times 20 plus 22.8.
Is it always 20 that we're plugging in?
For these problems, they just said to plug in 20.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll just depend on the problem, but
20 times 17.4 plus 22.4.
370.8.
370.8.
Zach stole my answer.
Wow, but I had to like finger type this.
I don't type with my finger, I type with my nose.
Is there a back button? Like if you
I
put
wanna watch
something wrong,
this.
You
you
said
know,
I
yeah.
finger type.
Do a math
What do you
problem
mean?
right now.
Dang,
So
I
like
wanna see
if
you
I
type.
was doing
Oh,
whatever
my
we were
goodness.
just doing,
Does it
and
smell good?
instead I click
Might just
something
get the
different and
calculator.
routed me to a different screen, can I press like a back button to go back to the screen I was on before?
Shepard, we just said that you
He
hit
got
graph.
he
I
got
know.
deep in the settings and doesn't know how to get back.
No, I know how to get
Good
back.
second quit.
But if I don't want to go all the way back to home screen, and I just want to go back to the screen I had before.
No.
You gotta do all the pages.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Write down everything.
Whoa, are you taking photos of your calculator?
That's crazy, dude.
Python.
Damn,
It's
smile.
the bottom of the screen.
Smile, Daniel.
Alright. In exercise 19 and 20, use a graphing calculator to find and graph an equation of the best fitting line. So what they are actually looking for in part B is not what I have you doing in part B. But this is what I want you doing in part B. So, number 20. This has a lot more numbers.
So more dots.
X is 7,000,
What?
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
7,400, 7,800,
This isn't letting me go back.
8,100, 8,500,
I'm so glad that we don't have to put the numbers.
8,800,
How many more numbers are there? I'm right now in a room.
9,200,
Oh, yeah, I'm out of room.
9,500,
Y'all just can't write small.
Can I just
and
take a picture?
9,800. You can
Oh
just
my
start
God.
another table like
I ran
that
out
keeps
of room.
going.
I broke my calculator, my second quit doesn't work anymore, and I can't even turn it off.
Shepard, this time in your
You
calculator.
downloaded Fortnite.
No, I didn't.
You downloaded
my
something.
my off button doesn't even work, and my second quit doesn't work.
Shepard,
and
that's
stuff
not in
like
your
this.
calculator. Shepard, hard restart it.
How?
Hit second on.
He has no idea.
I did, and it's not working.
Okay, I'll look at it in a second.
Maybe if I just throw it.
56, 54.5,
Why are those
51.9,
Oh, this is gonna take
50, 47.3, 45.6, 43.1, 41.6, and 39.9. Alright, well, y'all write those down and then start typing them into your list.
7,000.
So,
Would it be bad if we just didn't
Oh,
copy
I fixed
that
it.
down on a piece
I
of
think I just
paper?
turned it off actually.
list
Instead, just wrote the answer on a piece of paper.
Huh?
So it'd be bad not to copy all that down.
Yes, because I'm telling you, you need to write it down.
stat. And I did it. I remembered.
Is that 51
Clear, clear.
Yes.
Alright. 7,000. 50.
I would try.
7,000. 7, 4.
45,
7, 800.
This is gonna be a
Even
lot.
though you threw it on the
8,
ground.
100. 8, 500.
I don't know how much power I have. 43.
Oh. It was 43 last time I saw it. So I thought we were
No. I think expensive, so don't break it.
Yeah, Shepard, don't break. And it's Virginia.
So you should have 9 numbers total when you are done with your list.
Daniel, are you already done typing the numbers? You're quick.
Daniel practices when we do this.
It's because he's been playing. Yeah, this is fast. Yeah, you know what the next step is? Y equals, I think.
I did it, guys. Good job.
And Bert. Bert.
Second quit.
50.
Stats. 1. Okay. I forgot what that was. It'll come
That was way too much stuff to do.
graph.
See if you can get your stat plot up. Walking through each step, don't just hit the graph button. Also, clear your y equals from before.
I just.
I don't know how to do all
Second quit.
That's going to be
Stat.
really unfortunate because this is the last problem I'm doing with you.
Calc. Down to line rec. 4.
No, I'm writing it down.
List 1, 2. Frequency 0.
Oops, 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 oops.
Alpha, omega.
I'm so lost.
Wait, is alpha zoom?
Just don't listen to Zach.
I'm so lost.
Hey, it's a negative slope.
Wait, what is
Second
alpha
trace.
again? Alpha trace. 1.
Now I don't know how to go back.
Calculate.
done too.
Oh, okay. We're dropping.
Okay, did I get the right answer?
All right, if you need to clear your y equals, hit y and then clear.
I forgot to do that.
I don't know these words mean.
Would that
Look,
mess
y
up?
equals is up here. I'm pointing to it.
Alright,
Y equals.
and then you go.
Hit the clear button.
Okay.
Clear. Oh, that's wrong. But clear. No, go back.
And now second
Clear.
clear.
It's not clear.
Second,
Clear.
quit.
Second.
Second. Quit.
Second, stat plot
Stat plot.
Oh, I messed
is
up.
on the y equals.
Uh-huh.
Stat plot 1 is the only one that should be on. Hit enter.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on.
Yep.
Color.
Stat plot is
Yes.
the option that's selected. X list is L1, Y list is L2,
Yes.
and you choose your mark.
Second clear.
Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Probably.
Or already past me?
Yes.
Second zoom. Second
If not,
zoom.
tell me I need to hold.
Second
I'm not gonna tell you need to hold because it's not gonna help me.
stat.
too far off.
Calc.
All I know is that mine's
4.
telling me that mine's negative 0, so I'm thinking that's
I
not
don't
right.
1,000 points on my screen.
Alpha trace 1. Calculate.
You're fine.
Boom. I think
All
I
right.
did it right.
Now what do I hit to actually graph it?
Second zoom.
No.
Zoom.
Zoom.
I did
Zoom
it.
what?
Oh.
4.
Zoom for Zoom 9.
Ah.
Zoom 9, which is zoom stat.
4's the other one.
Yeah, Charlotte, I could just go straight there,
Yeah.
but
Is
I'm
this
trying
it?
to walk through every little step.
Is this it?
Hey, I did it.
Well, I don't see the dots, but
The yellow.
I don't remember
okay.
how to do it.
Then
but I
yeah,
did
it looks like mine, right?
I broke the calculator.
They're yellow.
again. It won't let me
know,
do
I
it.
should
not have
picked yellow.
All right, so when you draw this on your paper, it should look something like that. I don't get out a measure and like a ruler and measure it, but just know that I will look for if you have the right amount of dots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm doing,
Shepard, you like mine?
can we work together in the summertime, like students with students?
Yes, that's what tomorrow can be in class.
Teacher with student, because I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
I know what I'm doing, man.
No, he doesn't.
I want you guys to try them tomorrow, and if you have questions, we can pause and go over them as you go.
This
So
But
you
it's
can
not
split
going to
it up
benefit
into
you if I
the
just
half
keep
the
doing
whole
them
work.
for you.
No, don't do the Harrison move.
Yeah, we'll split it up and each do half the homework.
The Harrison method.
All right, now I need to find the equation of the line. How do I get to that?
Y equals.
Press graph.
I haven't found my line yet, so getting to y equals isn't going to tell me diddly squat.
Press
Then
graph.
why does mine have a line through it?
Press graph.
Stat.
Stat.
Arrow over to calc.
Calc.
Calci.
4.
Option 4 is lin reg.
I'm writing this stuff down.
Alpha mega.
I'll put it on the board for you and you
Alpha
can write it down
trace
tomorrow.
is Y.
Julia, I'll text it to you.
Calculate.
Y1. Calculate.
Okay.
All right.
Boom.
X list is L1, Y list is L2. Nothing goes in the frequency list.
Y equals.
Store reg EQ. Alpha trace.
Negative.
Hit enter for Y1 to come up.
Would it be easier?
Hit calculate. So now
Yeah, I got the same thing.
I'm going to round this to 2 decimal places because of what this A value is.
0.1.
So Y equals negative 0.01
X.
X plus 98.1.
What is the
Notice now my R value is negative. What does that mean?
They're opposite.
It's got a what kind of slope? Negative. Okay? An R value being negative can tell us something about
Negative
that.
lines.
All right. Now,
Graph.
hit the graph button again. And notice it goes through them, but not necessarily perfectly.
I know.
But you now have that line going through there. It's your best fitting line.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Your problems that you're going to work on in class tomorrow, I don't mind if you work together on them.
okay.
7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and 19.
That's
Wait,
enough.
there isn't a part C to this one?
That's enough math.
No, this is a totally different kind of problem.
That's enough math.
Now, because you're going to have to start out with numbers that there's less than that. Number 19 has almost as many numbers as this one does. Okay, but number 11, 13, and 15 only have 5 numbers in each of them. So I want to go over and I want to clear your list so that you don't have to sit there and try to delete each number individually. Okay? So let me show you something though. If you, let's say you had 6 numbers, right? And you're getting ready to type in 5. If I just want to get rid of one number completely, so Shepard, this might be what you were asking. If I just want to get rid of one number, if I made a mistake, you can just hit the delete button and that number's gone from that list now. Okay, so you can manually delete each number if you want, but that can get really tedious considering in stats the other day we had a problem with 45 numbers in each list. Okay, so I can quit, hit stat, clear list is option 4, so hit 4. Then you're going to hit second stat, which calls up the name, L1.
Yeah. Tori can figure that out.
It'll hit done. Then do it again. Stat. Clear list. Second stat. L2. And it's cleared.
Oh, guys.
Mine says error.
Did you second it?
Did you do clear list L1?
Like, I'm done.
Is there anything still in your list?
Thank you so much for teaching us.
No, it just said error, but it still worked.
Oh, well, that's good.
Thank
I
you
don't know
so
why I
much
did
for
that.
teaching us that.
Anytime.
Really don't want to clear the
I
list.
don't want to do this.